What is good, people of the internet and beyond? It is your boy Jay Sean. I am joined today, like always, by. That's where you come in.
My name is Nathan. You can call me Natty for now.
Oh my God.
Look, I thought you were going to do some comparison like you did last week.
No. That's not an every week thing. We're not going to do that every week. Welcome to No, it's not What the Wrestling. What the Wrestling is our brand. This is our weekly rundown. That is actually something that we're going to get officially started. It is going to be called the Weekly Rundown, presented by What the Wrestling, because What the Wrestling is going to have a whole bunch of new things that is coming in the future, starting hopefully next week if we can get it all started in time. We're gonna get stuff like we have something called the midweek matchup, which is where I'm going to be comparing where I'm going to be comparing 205 Live and NXT. Not really comparing, but running them down, basically giving a kind of what's going on, what's happened, and where we're looking for the future. And also, we're going to be doing a thing called irrelevant news, where basically it's just what it says, relevant and irrelevant at the same time. It's relevant to the people who watch wrestling, but irrelevant if you don't watch wrestling or not a fan. So with that being said, we're going to get right into it.
I just want to say that sounds a lot more confusing than it needs to be. But
you sound a lot more confusing than it needs to be. Shut up.
Don't get on to me. You're the one that's coming up with this stuff.
Oh, shut up.
But I will say, you probably have better ideas than what the WWE has at times.
Oh, shut up. Oh, see, you know what? You are what's wrong with the company right now. Right there. You, right now. Just what you just said is why things are going terribly. Actually, yeah, they are kind of going terribly. But they did say it was their best fiscal year that they've had in a long time. But either way, let's get it started in Raw. Raw kicked off with... What did it kick off with?
Well, first off, Raw was in Manchester, UK this week.
They're across the water this week, which I'm not mad at all. I thought it was great. Keep it light, nice, and fun. But a big note to say for both shows, they didn't have the classic setup. They didn't have the bus. They didn't have the taxi cab. They didn't have the thing where where you can go into the telephone booth. That's what it's called. They didn't have none of that. It was really disappointing.
Well, to be fair, whenever you don't have enough budget for fireworks, you think they have enough budget for a bus and a telephone
fact
booth?
of the matter, they have those props, though. They own those props. That's the thing.
Either way, this week Raw kicked off with Miz TV with Kurt Angle.
I don't know why I forgot that.
Yeah. Basically, the main purpose of this whole entire thing, at least from what I got from Miz, was trying to make the case of why Kurt should be fired. For those that remember last week, Stephanie McMahon laid down...
Who wasn't even here this week. She literally was there just to push the plot along. She is nothing more than a plot device, which is terrible.
Deep breath.
No.
Deep breath.
No.
Deep breath. Take a deep
My
breath.
shit, I'm going to do what I fucking want.
I'm
hyped up on candy corn. No, the fuck it's not.
It's our shit.
No, the fuck it's not.
Anyways, but for those last week, Stephanie McMahon laid down the challenge that Kurt had to lead the Raw
Survivor Series tag team, and if he didn't win, then he was fired.
So Miz, this is so weird without a camera. So the Miz made the case this week of why Kurt should be fired, talking about how hashtag Under Siege happened, talking about Daniel Bryan's attack. To which after a while, Kurt he went intense for a moment, and he's like, you need to shut up, basically, straight up, just
shut your fucking mouth.
Exactly.
Well, he didn't say fucking, but
Yeah. Miz, he seemed to back down a little bit, and he's like, okay,
just a little bit.
I understand, but here's my major question. All right, if you had he was talking about how Braun came back and all this stuff. And he was talking about how Miz asked, I have one question. If you had nothing to do with these shenanigans and such, why did you name Braun Strowman the first member of your team? In which Kurt said, well, it was very easy to convince him, but he drove a hard bargain. That bargain being that he has a match with you tonight.
So basically, it was, hey, this is how I imagine this whole thing going. Hey, Braun, I really want you to be on my team. I kind of need your help. You're a monster among men. I need your help. What do I get out of this? What do you want? Well, I want the Miz and I want him Monday. That might not be good because you would possibly hurt him and going into Survivor Series. I want the Miz or you don't get me. Well, okay, I guess. All right, sure, fine. So that's kind of how I imagine it going.
He started to go a little bit stone cold with that Braun impression. I'm just
drink beer and whiskey, tequila.
Okay. No,
some more beer.
After this, we got probably the most anticipated match of the week. I kid, I seriously do. We got Jason Jordan versus Elias in a guitar on a pole match.
Hey man, that's what you want. That match was a lot better than anybody expected it to be.
Well, I will say that, but I'm saying, like, when we first initially heard that, people probably groaned when they heard, oh god, they're bringing back the pole match. Let's be honest, the last time we had a pole match, it was
Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, kendo stick on a fucking pole.
Yes. Anyways, Elias, he decides he's gonna go a cappella this time since he doesn't have his guitar.
He doesn't have his baby. Say that shit right. He doesn't have his baby with him.
Anyways, but like he's getting ready. He's like, "You guys want to hear Wonderwall? Too bad."
I don't give a shit. Well, he didn't really say that, but
no. But overall, like so the match happens. It's a decent match.
That wasn't even decent. I will give it a good. I'm not giving it decent. I'm not giving it okay. I'm giving it good.
The ending kind of made it up for me. I'll say it like this. So the ending goes
because the bulk of the match actually doesn't really matter. Just know, Elias gets the guitar down. Jason Jordan does his little moves. He knocks it out of his hand. Jason picks up the guitar. More back and forth happen. Jason gets the upper hand. He grabs the guitar, smashes it over Elias's back, and that's that.
Well, you forgot the most important part of that whole entire thing. The awkward running around the ring that they had at one point.
That wasn't that important.
Anyways, after the match, we go backstage to Kurt Angle, and who shows up? Sheamus and Cesaro. You were supposed to finish it, man.
You sang it weird. How was I supposed to know that you were doing? You're trying to be. You're trying to be Aiden English.
Anyways,
if you're gonna do it, you gotta be like Sheamus and Cesaro.
Anyways, Sheamus and Cesaro, they show up and they say that they're tired of how they're being treated and such. And Kurt Angle's like, look, if you want something, just let me know what it is.
They brought up a valid point though.
What did they bring up?
That to be fair, they gotta have been looked over the past couple of weeks since the Shield have returned.
They have.
They gotta have been.
They have.
And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate by any means, but they kind of had a point.
But Sheamus.
All I'm saying.
But the main reason why Sheamus and Cesaro were there is because they want to say that they want to represent the Raw team as the tag team champions, not on the the tag team.
They want to be. They basically want to be the Raw tag team champion to represent Raw brand
going up
in Survivor Series, going up against the Usos.
So Kurt Angle, he says, "All right, fine. You guys got one more chance tonight.
One more time."
I like the reference.
Hey.
After this, I think we go to commercial break. We come back. Asuka match. It was a
squash.
It was a squash match.
Squash.
I heard that the lady that was jobbing this time, she was actually like a kickboxer.
That makes it even worse.
I mean,
or better. I don't know.
I mean, if anything, hey, she's getting attention from WWE.
Squash.
So. Anyways, the match ends as she's going to the back.
What's your favorite fruit? Squash.
I don't know how to react to that, but we'll move on.
Good. As she's on her way back to the locker room, who would show up but my favorite female character as of right now, the captain of the Raw women's team, Alicia Fox. Oh my goodness.
She shows up on the Titantron doing her little captain bit saying,
"Attention, would you please keep all of your things in the upright position? Asuka, you have been selected to be the next member on Team Raw." Well, I loved it so much. God.
I'll give you that. It was pretty good.
Somebody please buy me a Crazy Like a Fox t-shirt. Please. That is just, if you would buy me that, I would just love it forever.
After this, we had a backstage segment of Titus Worldwide. They were basically saying that,
Worldwide?
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I should have done it like that. Anyways.
You should have. You forgot to do it. I had to do it for you.
Sorry. Let me do it right this time. Titus Worldwide. We're saying that they. What?
I don't know.
You told me to do it.
I don't know. It's just something about you doing it. It was kind of funny. Okay.
I was just gonna say, you told me to do it. I don't hold back when I do stuff. Okay.
It was kind of funny when you did it. Okay. Well, keep going.
Anyways, so they're basically saying that didn't like how they were disrespected by Samoa Joe last week, and they were gonna try. And Titus this time was gonna try to get back this time. So they have their entrance like right after this, and they don't even get down to the ring before Samoa Joe just attacks Titus.
They made it to the ramp, so they made it to the ramp at least. Well, Titus made it to the ramp. Apollo got thrown off the stage.
Still, it was to the point to where, but yeah, Titus didn't compete. Samoa Joe, he got into the ring,
grabbed the mic, and said, "I still want to fight. Who think they got the balls to come fight me? Damn it!"
I just want to say, there's one point that was like, you guys want to see a match, huh? You guys love to see me, don't you? Well, it does not matter what you see.
It doesn't matter what you want to see.
That's literally what I thought, because it's Samoa Joe. I mean,
it's funny if he actually would have done a Rock reference.
Oh, that would.
I
feel like this was basically a Rock reference. Anyways,
it doesn't matter what you want to see.
Anyways,
would you like to continue?
It
doesn't matter if you want to continue. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you know what? I'll let you finish the podcast.
Okay. No, we're get your ass back here, damn it.
Anyways,
come on.
So, but he's saying that he's not done yet, and he wants any competition he can get.
I'm not finished with you. I'm kidding. That would actually be a really good match. I would love to see it.
Oh, I would like to see some
WWE, book it.
But we did get a different match that I don't mind seeing again.
What don't you mind seeing again?
Finn Balor comes out. Finn Balor, and we had Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe.
I feel like if you fleshed it out more, it would be better. But
no, I mean, well, think about it. These guys have history together. Keep in mind, they've had like how many title matches, against each other?
Like 2.
Yeah. Well, no, it was like 3. Because keep in mind, like Samoa Joe had. Oh, never mind. Anyway,
he had the initial win.
No, they had a championship match like before this or before that, didn't they? I could be wrong. Anyways, but overall, it was a solid match. One moment I wrote down in my notes. Finn Balor, he goes for the coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
He misses, and Samoa Joe, he's set up in the corner. So Finn Balor charges. Samoa Joe snatches him up. Sit your ass! Like
that same spot that he pretty much does, that pretty much everybody does, but it never gets old because everybody sells it differently.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. The match ends. So Finn Balor, he goes for a suicide dive. And hits in like the smoothest suicide dive I've ever seen. Like, did you see?
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was.
He goes to get Joe back into the ring. Samoa Joe attacks and runs. He grabs Finn Balor, tosses him up the ramp. As the ref is counting, he gets the 10, so it's a double count out.
And then they keep fighting.
Yeah, they keep fighting. Like, Samoa Joe is not done. They keep fighting until refs and security come out.
They take all of security.
And Kurt Angle flank.
Hey, when was the last time we've actually had security come out to help separate a fight? That means that was a real shit right there.
I was gonna say, I think like the last time was like maybe Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, when they had the little wall of security.
That wasn't them separating a fight; it was just keeping them separate. But still, I get what you mean.
Anyways, but Kurt Angle, he gets down there. He says, I like the intensity between you two. I want that intensity on my team. You're both on the Raw Tag Team.
I like it.
And so as everyone's filing back in, Samoa Joe, he's going off the stage. Finn Balor, just for the hell of it, dives off the stage like the badass that he is. I'm sorry, he looks as cool as can get. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever seen.
Just for shits and giggles, he basically was like, shit, giggle, and jumped off the stage onto Samoa Joe.
Anyways, after the match,
I wasn't mad.
We go backstage to The Miz.
No.
You really like that candy corn, don't
Yes, I love candy corn.
Good, I like it too. Do you think you can hand me
No.
Okay.
I gave you some before we started.
Okay. Anyways, so The Miz is backstage. Bo out with the Miztourage. Bo Dallas is trying to give this inspirational speech. Talking about, we shouldn't have to worry about Braun. We can overcome this stuff. But Curtis Axel, who is in a neck brace after that destruction that he had last week, he has his doubts. He's like, I don't know,
got his ass handed to him, literally.
I don't know, Braun, too much of a guy. But Miz had this like serious face toward him to where Curtis is like, yeah, you know what, we can take this guy. We can take on Braun.
No.
After this, we cut back to Kurt Angle. He's calling Daniel Bryan to leave him a message saying, "Look, I'm sorry that what happened. I had nothing against it. Please let me know if you're okay."
I'm so sorry. Please don't call Stephanie.
Well,
please don't call my boss.
He wasn't that. Anyways,
he was being a little bitch.
He was not.
Yes, he was.
Calm down.
He was being a little bitch.
Anyways, Jason Jordan, he shows up, and Kurt's like, "Look,
little bitch.
Will you stop?
No,
please."
I missed the old Kurt Angle.
We all missed the old Kurt Angle. Anyways, so Jason Jordan, he comes back there, and Kurt's like, I brought you back here because I need to make sure that I have people I can trust on this team.
Ha!
I need people that, on the Raw Tag Team for Survivor Series, I need people that I know will have my back. And who better do I trust than my own son? So, Jason, will you be the final member of the Raw Tag Team?
Hell no! I'm kidding. Yeah, he basically started crying right there in the office saying yes.
I mean, he had really, I'm kind of surprised that they went with that route. I'm not surprised that they went with it, but
Plot twist, he's the very first person to get eliminated.
He probably will be. Anyways, after this, Bayley and Sasha are backstage.
Ha!
How many backstage segments were there? Jesus Christ.
Too fucking many.
No kidding. Anyways, but Bayley and Sasha, they're backstage, and they're basically trying to make their claim on why Alicia Fox should pick them to be on the Raw team.
No!
Talking about how they feel like that, Bayley was part of the tag team last year. She was the one that helped them win the match last year, so she.
Which she's not wrong, but
I mean, to be fair, she got like the final pin, didn't she?
I'm not sure. I'm not about to go back and.
I think she did, but anyways, this led to a match between Nia Jax and Alicia Fox going up against Sasha Banks and Bayley. Firstly, I know they do this like every time they're in London, but I love that song that they sing for Bayley, like the crowd.
Bayley, Bayley, ooh, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Yeah.
Good.
It's a good song. I do. I just hate that they use it so much. Like literally, they will sing it for minutes on end.
No, I like that.
They will pause the match. They will put the match on pause and let them sing that. That's how much they do it.
I'm personally just okay with that because it's a good song. It's a
good song, but God.
Anyways,
it's basically a remix of "Hey Baby."
Yeah, but to be fair, when in WWE is anything truly original.
You're gonna stop doing that shit. You're gonna fucking stop that shit.
I'm gonna say
you had a problem last week with me doing the two sweet hands sign. WWE is gonna give us a cease and desist for you always calling them out. They're liable for this shit.
Look, let me put it like this: everything is a remix of something. So, and everyone takes inspiration from something. So I'm not saying that it's bad that they're.
Well, what do you take inspiration, whatever, from?
I'm sorry, what?
What do you take inspiration?
Okay, first off, chew the candy corn in your mouth.
How about you?
Then talk to me.
How about you just keep going?
Anyways, the match went along. It was a solid match. I want anything to overly brag about. There's, the match ends with Nia and Bayley. They tumble to the outside. Like I'm talking about like hard tumble. Like these, I appreciate these guys for taking their bumps. Alicia Fox goes for the roll up, but Sasha Banks quickly reverses it into a bank statement, which Alicia Fox taps out. After the match, Alicia Fox, she grabs the bike and she's like, "Look, I need you on this team. I need you on this team."
Basically, no. She wasn't like that. She basically was like, "All right, I'll admit that was pretty good. I don't like to admit that I lost, but I take my L. I take my L like a woman. I eat my Wheaties in the morning. I can take my L. So, Sasha, you're on the team. Congratulations. Don't let us down. You got it. And
you're on that sugar high right now, aren't you?
A little bit. I
can tell. Anyways, after this match, we finally got Braun Strowman versus The Miz.
Wait. There's a moment before we get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
But I think it is very notable to take a moment and look at the face that Bayley made when it was announced that Sasha was gonna be on the team, but Bayley wasn't. There has to be a moment where you just gotta look, just see this sheer like, what the fuck, dude, look that she had on her face. But that's for that. Let's get back to Braun versus Miz.
Well, I mean, this match basically, after, like I said, after Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox, we had Braun Strowman versus The Miz. And this will go exactly how you'd expect to go. Braun Strowman is just tossing everyone around like they're literal garbage. I know. And like he looks like he's going to just run away with this thing.
Of course he is.
However, Kane comes out.
Which is weird because last week he said if Braun Strowman wanted to fight, he knew where to find him.
I know, it's weird, but, we got... I mean, I imagine... I don't know. They're trying to set up something between these two. Hopefully it'll just be, like, a marquee match at Survivor Series. Like, at least, like, one of the first couple matches.
He's going to be on the team. What are you talking about? Why would he do that?
My God. I'm sorry. I zoned out there for a second. I forget... Because it seems like these people are being announced out of nowhere. Like, never mind. Anyway...
To be fair... When have they ever actually just done a bunch of qualifying matches and not just decided, oh, you're on the team, you're on the team, you're not on the team, you're not on the team?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly. I know I'm not.
Anyways, but Kane comes out and he gets into the ring. He attacks Braun Strowman, so it's a DQ. Kane goes for the choke slam.
Hey.
But then Braun, he reverses it into a running power slam.
Ha!
And then as, Braun looks like he's about to get out of the ring, Kane does the traditional sitting up, like,
It was slow as hell, but,
Yeah, it's still done. I mean, and then after that, Braun gets attacked by The Miz and The Miztourage, like, not too long after that.
You're right.
And that's basically how that match awkwardly ended. After this, we had the Shield backstage. I think they were just talking about how, they're not worried about the bar, and, they're going to walk into Survivor Series representing the team.
Oh, yeah, we got this. We got this.
Basically,
then wasn't it shortly after that they announced that Roman will be returning next week?
Well, now that was actually during the main event.
It was during the main event?
Yeah, it was during the main event that was announced. Yeah.
Well,
anyways, after this, Enzo Amore had a promo. All right.
My name is Enzo Amore.
Okay, calm down.
And I am a certified G and a bona fide stud. And you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest champ in the room. How you doing? But let the record show that I don't actually like Enzo as champion. I think he's done wonders for the 205 Live division, but...
No, trust me, whenever he loses that title, everyone's going to be happy.
They weren't that happy when he lost it to Kalisto.
But, like, he comes out basically trashing,
Everybody
Manchester.
Again.
One of the first lines that he said, and I really like this line, is that he is the biggest thing to enter United Kingdom since the bubonic plague.
God,
that was just pure savagery. But he's, like I said, he trashes the town. He brags about how he's gonna beat Kalisto at Survivor Series, saying
which then brings out Kalisto.
Well, I was gonna say, he says that he ain't worth his weight in Doritos,
which I thought was a little borderline racist, honestly.
To be fair, he's done similar. He's said similar things about other cruiserweights and such. And
it was borderline racist, man.
Well, let's be honest, Enzo is borderline racist.
His character, yes, it is.
But Kalisto, he comes out and he's grabbing a seat, and for once in the WWE's life, someone sits in a chair, a fold out chair.
It's not the first time
I know.
Happened.
I'm making the joke, but as Enzo is basically bickering at Kalisto, talking about, oh yeah, all you gotta do is sit there. All you gotta do is sit there. Someone's music hits.
No, here's something. I don't know if it was production, if it was just terrible timing. Pete Dunne's music hit. His fucking graphic comes up on the Titantron, and then Kurt fucking Angle walks out, and he's like, oh, I just got one of the biggest UK people ever. He's the United Kingdom champion, Pete Dunne. Like, we already fucking know that, Kurt. Y'all fucked up. Somebody fucked up. I don't know who fucked up. Somebody did, damn it. I'm pissed off about it.
Note to self, never give Jay candy.
Fuck you.
Anyways, but basically, yeah, like Jay explained, it's Pete Dunne. He comes out. He and Enzo have a match. I really enjoyed this match.
Because Pete Dunne is the king of the bruiserweights.
Copyright infringement. Anyways.
Your copyright infringement.
Of what?
Everything.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't make any sense.
Anyways. But yeah, no, the match is good. First off, Pete Dunne, he comes out swinging hard. Like, he doesn't hold anything back.
Because, as I just said,
he's the king of the bruiserweight. We understand.
The king of the bruiserweights.
Please stop that.
No.
Anyways, but he comes out and like he's swinging hard. There's one point to where Enzo gets the advantage and he tries to do a dirty pin, but Kalisto quickly jumps to the ringside and points out
because where is the logic whenever people actually need it? No, it's for cruiserweight matches. It's the only time we can have any kind of fucking logic.
I'm fine with this. Well, because right after this, Enzo Amore, he's paying more attention to Kalisto, saying literally snitches get stitches, like yelling it at him before freaking Pete Dunne like stiff punches him in the back of the head, like straight up. Like I'm pretty sure Enzo had a concussion after this match.
And don't look like he has a concussion after every match.
No, but I mean like he looks like that. I'm pretty sure it was legit this time. But that's
you mean like the time he bopped the fucking back of his head sliding under the bottom rope?
No, yeah, like that. Anyways, but that led to Pete Dunne doing his finisher, the bitter end, which is a perfect name for a finisher like Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne gets the win.
Damn right, Pete Dunne got the win.
Which led to the most interesting image of a Brit in Pete Dunne having his hand held by a Latino in Kalisto while standing over a New Jersey guy in Enzo Amore. I just think that
how long did it take you to think that up?
No, I didn't really think it. I won't even take credit for that. I didn't even think that up.
Where did you get that?
Cultaholic.
Son of. No, and you know what? I'm putting a fucking pin in this shit right now. We don't mention them ever.
What? What's the matter with Cultaholic?
Because they lost out of Blampier. They lost.
To be fair, Blampier kind of did that to himself.
I know what he did.
Let's move on, shall we? Because the longer we go on this, the more. I will say they're doing good on there. By the way,
my heart hurts.
By the way, I think I know why they're called Cultaholic. Do you know why they're called Cultaholic? Why? Because they were from what?
They basically have a cult following.
No. I was gonna say they're from what culture? As in, like the people that are following him were huge fans of what culture? Culture.
I guess so, okay. Bro. I guess. Anyway, you're reaching pretty far. Unless one of you guys wants to tell us why at Rossa Wrestling as Jack the Jobber at Adam Pacitti, which Adam Pacitti since you know what, I don't even want to do it. I was gonna challenge you to a World Heavyweight Championship.
But I don't think they have
they're gonna bring it back hopefully. But I just maybe. Don't.
Anyways, let's move on, shall we? Because after this, Alexa Bliss had a backstage segment, basically saying how she's. I'm gonna let you finish.
No, keep going, damn it.
Well, because the bag was interfering with what I was saying. Anyways, so.
I'm being quiet. What?
Anyways, so but Alexa Bliss is talking about how the people on SmackDown are saying that she ran away from SmackDown to go to Raw. She didn't run away, and that she was gonna beat up Natalya, the eccentric cat lady, and to prove that she's the most dominant.
I'm not upset. She called her a cat lady. It's the fucking truth.
Plus, she did like the weirdest math on earth. Like I understand what she was going for, but like it just sounded stupid on execution.
That was during a backstage promo.
That's what I'm saying. This was during that same backstage promo. I was gonna say, all right, that she was 2-time champion on SmackDown and 2-time champion on Raw. So what's 2 plus 2? What's 2 plus 2? Seriously.
Goddamn.
Please be serious for just 1 second.
47. I'm kidding. It's 4. I know. Jeez.
Actually, according to Alexa Bliss, you're wrong. It means 1 goddess.
Yeah.
I know. It sounded stupid. Anyways, but that led to our main event: Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, Cesaro, whatever you want to call it, versus the Shield. Firstly, the Bar came out in Liverpool gear.
Dirty fucking heel.
Which, for those that are soccer fans, they know that Manchester hates Liverpool.
Dirty fucking heel.
It was during this that it was announced that Roman Reigns is coming back next week, so that the Shield can be truly reunited.
Dirty fucking heels.
The match was solid. I mean, it
was a good match. I would definitely say it was one of the best matches of their limited few matches that they actually had on Monday Night Raw. They did not have that many matches for a 3-hour show.
I was gonna say on Raw, yes, I understand. I thought you were just talking about like as the feud as a whole.
No,
which I'm gonna say like this was not their best match, but it was a solid match.
It was good for a Monday night show.
It kept people entertained for the most part. But what really
Manchester, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your 2-time or your longest reigning world champ and feel the power.
I think they're doing 4-time champs now. I think that's what.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
Anyways,
But basically, the New Day.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
The New Day. They come out through the crowd. I must know, and they're talking about how. Are you done?
I was gonna do the background music.
Yes.
Come on.
But they were telling them how that this was basically supposed to be part 2 of Under Siege and how Raw was gonna do.
Hold on. As Kofi Kingston would put it, end quote, Under Siege Part 2, baby!
But I was gonna say that Raw was basically gonna do nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I was hoping to catch up. As this was happening, we're getting views backstage of Kurt Angle rallying up the Raw squad, like trying to get everyone together so they can make sure that this attack doesn't happen again. Led by Kurt Hawkins by his side, which is funny.
The biggest loser on Raw is leading the cavalry. Oh, joy.
But another thing that I also noticed, WWE, I see how sneaky you were on this one, okay? As they were coming out, like Kurt Angle was leading the way. Right behind Kurt Angle, Finn Balor in the club. Like Finn Balor with the club by his side. I saw what they did there. I saw what you did there, WWE.
It's never going to happen.
No, it's never going to happen.
It's not going to. Well, not until they get the Young Bucks to cease and desist. Which they're never going to do. Ha!
Probably. But, like, the New Day's like, you know what we're going to do for the Siege? Nothing! And they leave. But while everyone is just confused
and distracted. No, it's not that they're confused. They're distracted. Everyone is distracted. It was a perfect plan to cause pretty much a clusterfuck of everything that's going on. But what happens? Seth Rollins looks up. He turns around and gets fucking wrecked by a bro kick from Sheamus. And then what do we have? 1, 2, 3. The Bar are the new freaking Raw Tag Team Champions.
I mean, if nothing else, I mean, hey, good for them. They are really entertaining as a tag team. And it's good to see them champions again. Although, I feel like the WWE, I don't want to say they threw away money, but I feel like they would have had the bigger match if they had kept Shield versus Usos. Because I was more interested in that match. Like, I'm looking forward to the Bar versus the Usos, but I would have wanted to see the Shield versus the Usos. But if this leads to something else with, you know, New Day or Shield or something like that, I'll see what they're gonna do. But with that ended Raw. So I mean,
there we go. Right over the next night to SmackDown Live, which opens up pretty much. Basically, as every other SmackDown Live has opened up in the past year, Shane McMahon comes.
Not the past year, like at least the past couple of weeks.
Pretty much every Raw over the past year.
Raw, okay. You said
Raw and SmackDown. Hell, both of them usually 9 times out of 10, and you cannot deny this. Raw and SmackDown will open up with Shane McMahon or whoever it is that's running Raw that week coming out and basically running down what's going to happen. But Shane McMahon comes out, he runs down, oh yeah, last night we had 3 guys who basically, they did what, they took the reins by the helm and they led the charge over to Raw by themselves, got themselves killed, and da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, and before he could even announce who it was, the crowd already knew. They were like, New Day Rocks, New Day Rock, all right.
They come out and they said, you know, we knew what we were doing. We're willing to take any repercussions that this may come of this, but we took Raw Under Siege Part 2, baby.
Ha! No, I think it was great to note though that they all were basically saying like, oh yeah, if Raw wants to retaliate tonight, we'll beat them down like we always do. Yeah, and it was good. I thought it was really good.
But no, I mean it was good. But as they're basically celebrating, whose music hits? Kevin Owens, who is accompanied by drunk Sami Zayn dancing to his music. He was accompanied by drunk Sami Zayn coming out to his music, dancing to his music.
He did some weird. I'm trying to remember.
It was like some weird thing with his legs or
yeah.
whatnot.
No, I'm trying to remember. There was a reference for that, but I cannot think of it to save my life.
Either way, but Kevin and Sami, they're saying that what the New Day did was stupid. Shane was saying that he wasn't cool. That Shane wasn't cool, and that he shouldn't be dancing because he was trying to like do the hip gyration with the E. Sami said that he could have beat down the Raw roster, that he and Kevin could have beat down the Raw roster on their own, but they're men of honor. Ring of Honor. Anyways, but Shane retaliates by saying that they don't care about SmackDown, but if you really want to show that you really care, I'm gonna give you an opportunity tonight against Kofi. So
I feel like he should have had that a little bit more fleshed out. I know it's supposed to be like spur of the moment kind of thing, but it's like y'all really could have made that sound a little bit better by going, all right, you really want to be that way? I got a guy right here. He can take you on.
Anyway,
do a really good job of it.
True. But anyways, that match was happening right after the commercial break.
Yep.
But some of the highlights of the match. First off, Kofi at one point did one of the sickest drop kicks to Sami Zayn. I give credit to both Kofi for getting the hops and Sami for selling it like a champ.
Hold up though. You give him props for the hops. He's had hops like that since his debut.
I mean, I know, but I'm saying like more than anything, like I'm giving more credit to Sami on this one because
Sami, wow.
Anyways, because did you see how well like that foot right in his face?
Yeah, right in his face.
I'm pretty sure that hurt.
Probably did.
Also, Kofi again. I don't know what the heck he did. It was an interesting springboard front flip from his waist.
Whatever that was, I hope he does it more. Cause like he used to do the falling, the diving, quote unquote diving trust fall. I hope he does whatever that was more. Cause that was freaking great.
I mean, it looked beautiful. If you guys want to go back and watch,
just go back and watch it.
Yeah, this was actually one of the better matches of the week. I enjoyed this match.
Would I say it's the better match of the week? No, but well. It's definitely up there. Better than anything they had on Raw.
Anyways, but yeah, sorry. I've had lost
you
the words for a second.
You can't speak. I'm the one on a sugar high, and you can't speak.
Anyways.
Do better.
Kofi gets the wing off of a crossbody, not even with a Trouble in Paradise, but he gets off the springboard crossbody, which Kevin Owens attacks immediately right afterwards.
Which, let's take a moment to pause right here and note that it has been reported that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were both sent home early because they were actually supposed to get jumped by the New Day afterward, but Kevin and Sami, being the fucking heels that they are, took liberties into their own goddamn hands and decided, we don't want to do that. We're gonna run out of the ring and keep it moving.
And now they're sent home for the rest of the European tour. Probably being back on SmackDown.
Exactly.
After this, Jinder Mahal, he was backstage because it was announced like in the middle of the week last week that AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal were going to have a championship match that night.
Rusev #1. Oh, wait.
What happened last week was it was supposed to be AJ versus Rusev to see who would be on Team SmackDown. But for whatever reason,
due to the fact that Jinder Mahal wanted to be an asshole and attack AJ right after the thing, because if you want a title match in WWE, just let the champion attack you one good time, and there you go.
Yeah. But basically, the entirety of Jinder's promo was just saying that, you know, this is nothing for me. AJ is nothing for me. I'm getting ready for Brock. AJ is just the appetizer for the Beast. So that was the point of that. After that, we had a Bludgeon Brothers promo. There was nothing.
It was one of the weirdest fucking ones out of all of them, honestly.
I was going to say, this one, I hope that they don't run these promos too much longer because I don't want this to become like the new...
You know it's going to keep going until after Survivor Series. Right?
I mean, after Survivor Series, like if it's like the SmackDown right after Survivor Series.
Probably.
Or even during Survivor Series, during like a Fashion Files Survivor Series edition. Something like that.
No.
You know they do something like that.
I know.
Anyway, but, you know, I don't want this thing to become like the new Emelina or whatnot and run for like 20 weeks or whatnot.
I got you.
Anyways... after this, we had Rusev versus Randy Orton.
Rusev #1.
To which the stipulation was, if Rusev won, he'd be on the Survivor Series team.
Rusev #1, but he didn't win.
No, he didn't.
Literally, I think this match was probably less than 3 minutes. Couple of offense for Rusev. They both got a fake. They were about to do their finisher, but they both missed. A little bit of offense. RKO. It's over.
Yeah,
literally the one part about this match that was the best was Aiden English doing his new song before the match got started. That was like the one good part about this whole match.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna agree with Jay on this one. This one, I wish I wish that they had pulled the trigger on Rusev being on the Survivor Series SmackDown.
Rusev, #1. Oh, well.
But I will say, after this match, well, not after this match, it was announced earlier today that they do have a 5th member for the Survivor Series.
Yeah, it was announced earlier. I'm really surprised about it, actually. They did this with no kind of like warning, nothing. And it was like, what was the point of what they did at SummerSlam then? Or was it SummerSlam?
No, it was No Mercy.
No Mercy. Wow. That really felt like it was a SummerSlam worthy match. Either way, they announced earlier that John Cena will be the 5th and final member of Team SmackDown. So the official teams are Team Raw, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Jason Jordan versus the team of Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and John Cena. This match is as star-studded as it can come, and I'm excited.
This is turning out to be one of the more, well, Survivor Series has really picked up the pace within the past year or two. If you think about it,
they did.
Last year's Survivor Series team was really good.
It was.
This year's Survivor Series looks, if not as good, even slightly better. I think the only exception would be Jason Jordan, but I think that's only because he hasn't had as much time to showcase what he's at.
Definitely. I'm actually really glad that this year, hopefully, we won't see Shane McMahon getting speared to oblivion.
Well, I mean,
God, that was terrible.
Well, I mean, we got Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan who do the spear, so don't count it out.
No, wait a minute. Please, I hope not.
It's not going to happen. Anyways, no, trust me, that was scary.
That was disturbing.
After this, we had James Ellsworth backstage. He was waiting outside. He was waiting outside the women's locker room, waiting for Carmella. Becky Lynch shows up
because it was announced. Hold on, you got to give it a little bit of because it was announced that due to some Twitter beef that they had throughout the week, there would be a match between Becky Lynch and James fucking Ellsworth. What the absolute shit SmackDown. I get it. You know what? Y'all are being progressive. I get it. Allowing the men to fight the women. I get it. You got to start somewhere. But come on. Anybody but James Ellsworth.
I was going to say, to be fair, this isn't the first time that the women have faced off against men.
It's not, but...
I was going to say, like, didn't John Cena and Nikki Bella have a match against Breezango?
I don't think it was... No, it wasn't like...
That was a match. That was a match. It was like leading up to WrestleMania. They had a match where Tyler Breeze dressed up as Nikki Bella.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, but Ellsworth.
Tyler Breeze dressed up as a woman.
It's beautiful. Anyways, but basically Ellsworth, Becky Lynch comes out of the locker room, and Ellsworth's basically pulling the man card. I am the better man of the two of us. Blah 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 blah.
Basically, they made James Ellsworth out to be a sexist, misogynistic pig, as some people would call him.
To which Becky was simply saying, or to which Becky's like, you got balls. I hope you like them because you're about to lose them by the end of the match.
Ha!
After this, we actually had the match. The Battle of the Sexes should have been Battle of the Species. I'm sorry, I'm going JBL on this one. Because I like James Ellsworth as a manager, as a person that's there to get heat. But with this whole entire cocky wrestler thing, it's just... If he's gonna wrestle again, he has to go with the underdog thing that was
no. Let him be a smarky, smarmy piece of shit ass person
that gets slaughtered every time.
Who literally feels like he could beat any and everybody. Because to be fair, if you want to be honest about it, he's beaten AJ Styles a couple of times. So his confidence.
If you want to be super duper technical, yes, he has.
His confidence isn't too far off base.
But the rest of the women's roster, they were out there to watch the match. Ellsworth was doing all this stuff to be like, oh, look, I'm a man. He was doing push-ups and all this stuff and, blah, 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 blah. There's one point to where he gets outside the ring. The women circle up around him. Charlotte tosses him back into the ring. Ellsworth tries to go for peace. He's like, look, I don't want any more of this. But Becky, she's playing along with that first before she decides to go with the disarm.
No. James Ellsworth even goes as far as to kiss his freaking
kiss her hand.
Her hands. And I was like, well, damn.
But then Becky decides, screw it. Goes for the disarmer, or in this,
disarm it.
Yeah, disarm it. There we go. I like that. For the win. after the match, Carmella gets in the ring and like she and Becky are bickering for a bit before Carmella just places a super kick right on the no chin of James Ellsworth.
She lays his ass out. I loved it.
Straight up. After this, we go to commercial. We come back. Charlotte and Shane are backstage. I forget what I think they were probably talking about the 30 for 30 documentary that was on there.
They were basically like, oh yeah, I'm so excited for 30 for 30. Yeah.
But Natalya comes in. She's saying, this is all nice and all, but I feel like Charlotte would be the most incompetent person. I want to take her spot on the Survivor Series
So basically, literally, she was like, oh yeah, I'll even pull double duty. I'll beat Alexa Bliss, and then I'll also join the team. I can do it. I got it. Charlotte basically bows up and was like, oh, you really think so, bitch? Really, really, bitch? Really, bitch? Really, bitch? And so Shane was like, all right, I got the solution for this. Next week, what's going to happen next week, Natalya, you're going to put your title on the line against Charlotte. Take it or leave it. Goodbye.
Yeah, you basically
I know I did. Let's keep it going.
After this, we had the title match of the Usos versus Ben Abel, a.k.a. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Damn right.
Usos, before the match, they were talking trash like they usually would about their competition.
Who is this Us standing in our ring?
It's Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Who is this Us standing in our ring? It's the new group. It's the American Alpha Point 2.
Yeah, American Alpha Point 2.
I get that we're supposed to say 2.0, but it still works. Who is this Us? And they basically run them down all the way down to the ring. Then they get to the ring and they go, who is this Us standing in our ring? Our next victim. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. And they both go for like the uppercut and lay them out. It was great. I loved it.
I mean, I had high hopes for this match, but this turned out to be a short match because
it was still hold up though. It was still one of the best nights or one of the best matches of this week, bar none, simply because of the amount of action that they put in the short, maybe 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah. But it ends whenever
Chad Gable, you fucking dumbass, he goes for a fucking chop block on, I think it was Jay.
It is one of the Usos. We know it's an Uso. I don't know.
I want to be real with it anyway. I'm pretty sure it was Jay. And he basically, even though he doesn't say this specifically, he was like, oh, my knee, my God, oh my God, my weak knee, my trick knee, and we don't know if it actually hurt. We don't know if it was actually working into the storyline.
It's probably just a work more than anything.
The match gets counted.
Ben Abel
win by count out, but the Usos are still the tag team champions. And I'm kind of curious, like, why didn't Shelton Benjamin just go out and grab him and throw him back in the ring?
Yeah, I know.
If he really wanted to, like, win the match, he just kind of stood there looking at him like, what's going on? Are you okay? Which is what leads me to believe that he actually is hurt because he wasn't doing, like, what he would actually do. But either way,
I'm pretty sure they were just using championship advantage because in fact it's a count out. So, I don't know about why Shelton Benjamin, but when it comes to the Uso side, they're using championship advantage. For God's sakes, they have the titles. The only way they can lose it is by pinfall or submission.
You're right. I'll give it to you.
Anyways, after this, we had AJ Styles backstage. He was basically counteracting what Jinder had said earlier, talking about, you shouldn't take me lightly.
Even though he's pretty much the smallest guy on the entire roster.
Okay, that's far from the truth.
On the entire SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
He's pretty much the smallest guy there.
No, the smallest guy is Ellsworth, okay? Anyways.
Ellsworth, I don't consider him to be a guy, so.
Okay, that's fair enough. But even then, like the Singh brothers, I'm trying to think who else.
They count together. So together, they're both bigger than him.
Okay. Either way, he's basically saying, I am not an appetizer. You don't need to take me lightly. But then.
And just styled in a blanket.
Huh?
It's like picking a blanket. He's tiny.
Okay. Anyways, but after this, we had our WWE Championship match: Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles.
Point of noteworthiness. Before the match gets started, when the Singh brothers are introducing Jinder Mahal, they basically were like, the reigning, defending, undisputed.
They've been doing this for the past couple of weeks.
No, they did it basically. No, the way they did it. It was
No,
the,
yeah, they've been doing it like
it
that.
was the tone that they did it. It
Yeah, I
was
was gonna say they've literally done that for the past ever since Paul Heyman called Jinder Mahal being a makeup Maharaja. Literally, they've been doing that as kind of their retaliation for it. They've said they've done that same exact way every single week.
Oh, I
Anyways.
didn't think this week they did. It seemed like they added a little bit extra to it. But
I will say one significant thing: the commentary team they point out, like right as the match was starting, that the last time the title had changed hands on SmackDown, it was 2003, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle in that 60-minute Iron Man match.
And also, there's something that will be coming. There's also another noteworthy point to be coming a little bit later. But
The match.
this was the best fucking match that Jinder Mahal has had since he won the championship.
Yeah, I can fully agree with that.
I will not take anybody's argument. You cannot tell me that he has had a better match. No. This was the best match that he had, and it is all thanks to AJ Styles.
Partially.
Oh no, it is all thanks to him.
I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that AJ did nothing. I will say. I'm also saying that
It takes two to tango,
Exactly.
but still, thanks to fucking AJ Styles who was able to bring it out of him. God bless you, AJ Styles.
Jinder Mahal. At one point, one of the best moments I loved about this match, Jinder Mahal. You were saying that AJ Styles was like one of the smallest people in the roster. Jinder proved that by legitimately picking up, like almost deadlifting AJ Styles and tossing him over the top rope,
Exactly.
eliminating him from the Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna eliminate you from this podcast if you don't shut that shit up right now. I'm kidding. Come on, don't give me that look. Oh, you big baby, shut the fuck up. Come on.
But no, like overall, like even with like especially with that moment, I think this was a solid match. I mean, I don't know I don't know what you think about it, but I mean,
It was the best fucking. You know what? We haven't even got to the end of this match. I'm already gonna say this right now. This was my match of the week for this week.
for both SmackDown and
For both SmackDown and Raw, this was the match of the week. Definitely.
But let's get to the end of the match, shall we? So how it goes is Jinder Mahal, he gets the Colossus, he lands the Colossus, which AJ Styles kicks out.
AJ Styles puts his foot on the bottom.
He does put his foot on the bottom rope.
Jinder Mahal, like a dumbass, decides, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick AJ Styles up, I'm gonna put him on the top rope. I'm going to do a top rope Colossus. Because that's what smart, you know, if it doesn't work on the ground, go higher.
I mean, that works with the AA. I mean,
Did it, though?
it did. I mean,
AJ Styles kicked out of that.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
In the Royal Rumble, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, wait, no, he.
Yes, he did. He kicked out of the AA. He kicked out of the top rope AA. It took him doing that AA rollover AA again.
The multiple AA.
Yeah.
Anyways, but AJ, he reverses this by doing the whole entire swing, basically guillotine, I think it's what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Basically, like slamming his neck against the rope. AJ Styles, he sets up, he performs the phenomenal forearm.
The phenomenal forearm.
Pins Jinder Mahal.
1, 2, 3. AJ Styles. We have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles unless the WWE decides to go back on it, which I hope to God that they don't, which they probably won't.
They won't. They won't. Because at this point, okay, this is my honest opinion of this whole entire situation. First off, AJ Styles, congratulations on being a 2-time WWE champion. All right?
Rest in peace to Jinder Mahal's WWE title run.
I'm not saying that. Here's what I'm going to say about this whole entire situation. I love AJ Styles. He is one of the best wrestlers right now.
All right.
And I love the fact that he's going up against Brock Lesnar.
All right.
I'm disappointed that they didn't go through with Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal.
Why?
Because, okay, they built this thing up to be this whole entire, like, you know, hey, Jinder Mahal is nothing. And I want to see, like, Jinder Mahal have, like, at least a strong showing against Brock Lesnar.
But I think it also is a point of something that needs to be made. Of the champion versus champion matches, this was the weakest one.
I wouldn't even say that.
Yes.
I'd say like,
yes, I would put it below Natalya versus Alexis.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say it was like Ms. Baron Corbin, honestly. Like that one's a little bit
No, even that one has gained more traction, in my opinion, in my eyes. That one has gotten more excited. Because if you are fucking watching them on Twitter, they are going in on each other on Twitter.
But that's aside from the point. The point I'm trying to get at is I was actually interested to see what they were going to do with a Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal. Was Jinder going to win? Hell no. Jinder's not going to win. Is AJ going to win? Probably not, although there's probably a better chance of him winning.
Hey, man, you never know. You never know.
Look, they're going to book Brock to the moon so that whenever Roman Reigns eventually beats him at WrestleMania, it's a big surprise for everyone. You know what they're building. You know they're building up to that. But
Roman Reigns.
But what I'm trying to say is that
rest in peace.
Are you done?
Fuck you.
Anyways, no. What I'm trying to simply say is like, I wanted to see what Jinder's offense would be. I wanted to see what he was going to do against Brock. Now, if they're going to if they're doing this to somewhat protect Jinder, then I can sort of understand. Because here's the thing, like
Brock Lesnar was gonna eat that motherfucker alive.
Because here's the thing, all right? Jinder Mahal, like not too long after he won, he even admitted on, I think it was Instagram or whatnot. He's like, AJ was the better man that night, but this is not an experiment. I didn't get, I'm not injured. I didn't get suspended for any drugs or anything like that. I'm going for that title again. He is determined, and I appreciate that from Jinder. I liked Jinder within the past year. He has really stepped up and shown up. And I know people are trashing all over this title run. Has it been the best title run? No, there have been better title runs in history.
Hey, but there have also been way worse.
There have been way worse. But at the same time, I appreciate that Jinder is doing what he's been given with. He is doing a pretty damn good job than what some people would do with the title. And I think that if he was given that chance, he could have had probably one of his better matches against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But nevertheless, we have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. So at least it'll be a more competitive match.
Yeah, it will be.
Although Brock's going to win. There's no hesitation on it.
I don't know. It is possible that AJ Styles could. But here's the thing. They both have something similar. Brock and Brock and AJ both have something similar going for them. They both beat up John Cena.
They both did beat up John Cena.
Either way.
With that ended SmackDown. Shall we get to the...
Let's go ahead and get into it. Superstar of each night and superstar of the week. My superstar for Raw this week. Samoa Joe.
You're going Samoa Joe?
I'm going to go Samoa Joe.
Why you going to go Samoa Joe?
And this is kind of off base for me, but just because he just the way he has his attitude. That's what it is about. I like his attitude. I really don't give two shits who you are, what you're about. If I want to fucking beat you up, I'm going to fucking beat you up. And I just think that's I like that about him. I like that that's his style, and that's been his style even before he got hurt, but even more so since he came back.
Okay. For me, I'm going with Pete Dunne this week for Raw.
I thought about doing Pete Dunne, but I was like, that'd be a little bit too predictable.
Well,
but
here's the thing.
Let me hear your reasoning.
Well, I honestly think it's not that predictable. Or if it is, there's a good reason why it's predictable. Look, no one expected Pete Dunne to come out.
Right.
All right. And like the fact that he can come out there, aside from the awkward, introduction by, freaking Kurt after all that crap, but the fact that he came out there and he showed a really dominant performance against Enzo, yes, but he showed a really dominant performance. It both elevates him to show people that haven't watched the United Kingdom Championship or any NXT episode. It allows people to see just how good this kid is. Plus, at the same time, it will help elevate that UK brand so that whenever they finally do decide to make that UK show, people are going to be more interested to watch it. I've been waiting for this UK show whenever they...
Pretty sure they're just going to put the title on NXT and call it a day.
I mean, if that's the case, all right, as long as I get more Pete Dunne, because Pete Dunne's a really good wrestler.
Of course you would say that.
Anyways, but now that's for Raw. What about SmackDown?
SmackDown... There's actually so many I could pick. Wow. There's so many different ones.
Do you need time to think?
Actually, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch on this one. My superstar of the night for SmackDown will be Becky Lynch. I feel like, especially for them to have had such little build up to this, minus being on Twitter, and I also give SmackDown props for being able to explain the situation in a manner in which it made sense. But no, I give it to her. It's not easy being able to just like go out there and wrestle a guy like that, especially with the whole stigma of, you know, men and women shouldn't be wrestling together, but still at the same time being able to maintain that anything guys can do, we can do too. So I give it to her, and I hope there's more of what she did Tuesday to come.
All right, I can give it to that. My pick of the week is going to be the New Day, more specifically Kofi Kingston.
Okay.
Look,
Why?
we all love the New Day, and we all love like each individual member. However, I think since they've been a tag team, we sometimes forget how good they can really be as single stars. Because it's been a while since we've seen them like just do like singles work. Because when was the last time Kofi has had a singles title?
Before the New Day.
Exactly, before the New Day. When has Big E ever had a
Before the New Day.
And Xavier's never had a singles title before.
Never had a singles title at all.
But at the same time, whenever they get the chance to showcase their own individual talents, and especially Kofi showing that athleticism that he's been known for.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to see him pull off just some of the amazing moves at times that you just forget. Wow, this guy used to be considered one of the better guys of the company.
God, if and when WWE decides to pull the trigger and break them up,
which I hope is never.
It's gonna happen eventually. I hope that they can give each guy individually a long-standing title run, and not all with the same title. Put Big E in the world title picture. Put Kofi with the Intercontinental title, and give Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, a freaking United States Championship run, please.
Okay, I want to see him go for one of the top titles. I want him to be the new Daniel Bryan. That's what I want Xavier to be.
Woo, that is a stretch.
Look, he has the fan base behind him and the talking skills to get anyone on his side, and he has the fighting ability to match up with just about anyone.
Just about.
Yeah, just about.
Just about.
I'm not gonna say everyone, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna be some people.
All right, well that's fair.
So shall we get to the match of the week?
Match of the night for each show, and then for the week, you already know my SmackDown, but for Raw, my match of the night for Raw, Jason Jordan versus Elias, the guitar on the pole match.
Okay, would you care to elaborate?
Definitely. I actually don't remember the last time there was a really good
on a pole match.
Anything on a pole match. I think it might have been like the chain on a pole was Undertaker versus I can't even remember who he was fighting.
Probably John Cena.
No, it wasn't John. It was not John Cena.
Was that John Cena?
No, it was Undertaker. I think it was versus Kennedy or.
Either way.
It was a good on a pole match, and really, people don't really give them the lower card guys the recognition they deserve, and I feel like they did a really good job, especially being the opening match. I feel like it was really good. I feel like they had a great showing. They proved that they can stand with any type of match that you put them in, so I'm going to give it to them.
Okay. My match of the week is going to go to probably the obvious option for this week.
For Raw, you mean?
Yeah, for Raw. That's what I meant. For Raw, I'm going with Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe.
Okay, I figured you would.
Well, listen.
But why?
Okay, because like I said, these two, they can fight a million times. I can appreciate it each time. Like, Finn Balor is one of the coolest guys to ever watch wrestle. And Samoa Joe is just the biggest badass in the WWE right now.
And you just started watching wrestling how long ago? 2 years?
Come on. Cut me a little slack. You know what I mean. It's one of those, I appreciate what these two got going on with each other. And the fact that some of the moves, and especially like what this all led to, like, the Super Brawl, the Amazing Suicide Dive, this was a good spot fest, and I really appreciate these two work with each other. So that's why I'm giving it my match for Raw.
All right, and I guess we go to SmackDown. You already know mine, Gender versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship.
And do you want to elaborate again, or?
No, I don't want to elaborate again. I went over why I thought it was great. It was Gender's best match as champ. AJ got the win. It was good for what it was.
And you know what? I'm actually going to agree with you this week.
Of course you are. Look, I'm amazing.
As a whole, the show was good, but Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles was definitely the icing on the cake. Because, like I said, the last time there was a title match on SmackDown Live, on SmackDown in general, was 2003. All right, the fact that we got one, a good title match, two, one that had a lot of high spots as well. like the Colossus, the attempts, all this different stuff.
False finishes.
False finishes, you know what I mean. And the fact that we got a new WWE Championship out of the ordeal, I'm giving it to them for this week.
Bless you, babe.
Anyways, yeah. So that's my match for SmackDown. I think that's it, right? You think
no, it's not. But those of you that have been listening to the podcast for the past couple of weeks know that at the end of each of our podcasts, I do a special, something that's near and dear to my heart.
Oh, God.
The dry macaroni moment of the week.
Oh,
but
God. What?
This week, I actually want to admit WWE has done a good thing this week. They have done a good thing with their macaroni. They didn't leave it in the oven too long. It was properly cheesed, properly had all of the ingredients. It was nice and moist. It was just the right amount of cheesiness, and it was good. There was no dry macaroni moment this week. Good job, WWE. Let's see if you're going to keep it running for 2 weeks in a row, but you probably won't.
I'm actually quite surprised you didn't. Nothing left the
No,
taste.
I really.
Sorry. Not James Ellsworth versus Becky Lynch.
No,
not the awkward ending for the Usos versus.
No, like none of it. Like it all fit. Like everything that they did this week, even down to Kane and Braun Strowman and the Miztourage, it all just kind of worked. And that's something I didn't note this week. You guys, WWE, have been doing a good job of having interwoven stories, because it's like Braun Strowman's going after the Miztourage, but at the same time, him and Kane have beef. But at the same time, Kane and Finn Balor have beef. But at the same time, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe have beef. It's like, I like that y'all are mixing the storylines, and I like that because it gives more of an unpredictability factor.
Guys, make sure you save this moment forever. For once, we're not having a whole entire discussion about stupid dry macaroni. Thank God.
You gonna get off my shit, bro.
Look,
that's one of my trademarks. You gonna get off that shit.
Because
you know what it sounds like, people? It sounds like he's just fucking jealous. He doesn't have a trademark of his own.
Okay, one, it will come naturally if there's something.
Exactly.
And
dry macaroni moment came naturally.
No, you forced it on everyone.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You really did.
That naturally came from my heart.
Anyways, no, I was gonna say, because for God's sakes, if something comes, it's gonna come naturally, not some stupid dry macaroni.
Hey.
I'll tell you what, I'll get off of it whenever you stop doing it. How about that?
Oh, well then, I guess you're never gonna get off of it, because I'm never gonna stop doing it.
But
anyway,
with that, since we're not having.
Since that's the end of it, that concludes our weekly rundown. Oh my God! If you're listening to this on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment about your favorite moments of the week, your least favorite moment, this, that, and the other. Anything that you feel pertaining to wrestling. And also, make sure you be back next week. And the irrelevant news is going to be something that I will literally just pull up on my phone. Literally, as soon as I get the news, I'm going to record it on my phone and upload it to YouTube. So it'll be random moments. Just have it as you will.
And also, for those that are listening on Podomac, make sure that you follow. Make sure you save up the podcast whenever they're being uploaded. We'll try to hopefully keep it more consistent. I know last week we had some weird audio issues.
Something what happened with Podomatic, I don't know. It said that I uploaded it, but for whatever reason, whenever you actually clicked on it, we would get an error message. So I don't know what's up.
But either way, we're gonna try to be more consistent. And
we're gonna try it again, hopefully.
But like I said, if you're listening to us on Podomatic, make sure you follow us and everything. So with that, is there any?
With that being said, you guys, there's nothing left to do but to do it. I will see you guys later. I've been Jay Sean.
I've been Nay for now. Hasta luego, mi amigos.
I'll let you, boy.